صباح الفل فين الناس، اخباركم ايه؟ يا رب تكونوا بخير يا رب.
Because of that walk, right to work. 445 pounds, 207 kilos. That was no problem with his hand. Lowen wrapped his format right on the other Chinese we've seen so far. We went up point. Just absolutely straight pace. These athletes all done a great job of lifting. It's the first year we had to be here. Which is watching it. Anyone sit down on Brandon, sit down on the other. Obviously, his hand got run up on the stairs and got a ball right on her heels along the area below it. Daniel Brandon gets that over the red line and currently went up the rear there in E4. 5:05.23 seconds. That's the time to be at the main speed. Well, Alex continues to lead here. Through the first 5 laps of round 2. Aggressive here. This is where we start to see some of the athletes step away from the lawn, take longer breaks. It's almost like she's forcing her hands to stay good with that. The super sure doing his hands competed for organizations and the wisdom of this a lot like that part of the street. She's been inside the top 5 both times. Good in 2023, good in 2024. And should be contending for a dollar podium by the end of the week. For the second time, starting to open up a lead on the rest of the field here. Yeah, no hesitation, no slowing whatsoever. We can see Laura, we can see Ariel all taking steps away back from the wall. And that middle round right where Alex had the ability to go over there. That's a great change. Go away from this team. She's doing just that. The second part of the event got slower down in the first round. Laura, she's in the bench on this one. Practice and Brandon. Ariel Logan being in second place. She's in the white collar. And exactly the power series. Well, I'll tell you something. This is one of those apparatus that they don't necessarily have a ton of access to in the match, so I'm sure they're going to get the things they do to get prepared. But you almost have to feel it out when it's good perspective. It looks like she figured it out.
صباح الفل عاملين ايه اخباركم يعني؟ صباحكم رزق يا رب. ايه الاخبار عاملين يعني؟ صباحكم زي الورد. ايه الحلاوه دي؟ منورين الدنيا كلها. الصباح الحلو ده. سامعين صوتها كده؟ الصوت بتاع باين صح؟ صباح الفل والورد. يا صباح الخير اللي معانا، اللي معانا الكروان الله وصحانا وصحانا. تسلم على الإعجاب، تسلم إيدك، تسلم إيدك على الإعجاب. صباحكم فل ورزق وهنا وكل حاجة حلوة يا رب. صباحكم زي الورد. المتابعة الحلوة بقى والإعجاب الحلو. صباحكم زي العسل. تسلم ايدكم. تسلم ايدكم. نورين الدنيا كلها والله. حد بيروح الجيم الصبح؟ سامعين صوتي كده؟ حد بيروح الجيم الصبح ولا انا بس اللي بروح الجيم الصبح؟ اخواتي منورين الدنيا كلها. يا رب سترك وعفوك ورضاك علينا يا رب. ستر وصحة يا رب. واحد مش قادر النهارده، حتى المشي مش قادرين. كيف هنتمرن بقى؟ صلوا على النبي يا رب. اللي يشوفني يصلي على النبي ربنا يفرحه ويسعده يا رب. صلوا على النبي الصبح كده. نبدأ بالصلاة على النبي إن شاء الله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد يا رب.
Are you still maintaining that, or do you find yourself wanting to feel a little bit more competitive about it?
I think you do both. And I was explaining that I'm still very nervous. We're competitors, we want to do well. But instead of just feeling nervous and like that, really I'm just excited. And now I know it can be taken away, you guys. So when I get to step on the board, it's a privilege.
I'm so grateful that you're with us as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Suzanne, third career event win and her first competition since a car accident in June. And is pushing the top spot in the overall standings as we head into the third and final event of the day. With another solid performance, will most likely still be the leader heading into the third and final event, but Alice Suzanne is great on her heels. Crossing competition coming out. One final ever race for that here on Friday. We're going to take a break. We return the strong women and strong men back up on the floor here. Stay with us, everybody. Action continues. The 2025 World Invitational and out of the side. want to do practice. We see everybody taking to social media, set up their paperwork, doing the thing. And now's your opportunity to show it to the world. And then you got a case of the which means because that's the crux of this event, you got a case of the in the bench just so you can have success in it. Now, we still on the paperwork, and this event is out the door.
Taylor Lane assignments was first of two people. Not having level four balance all withdrew from here today, so we're going to make it happen on the women's side. We're going to point out work their way into the top 10. So let's wrap this.
You have this someone who's coming off some injuries, some ups and downs from being physically prepared to compete at her highest level. I'm interested to see how much she's been keeping up with her homework on training preparation. Because Coach Sean, we know that she's great upside down. She's really had a great event with her handstand push-up. We'll see how she handles the short compliment this.
After starting the competition, I place at the sixth, the first to the next after event three. Fell out at the 17th place. Heat one underway, we start on the road with 18 calories. And you can see the barbell set up on a wedge. Everybody's academy in this event. We're benchpressing 75% of their body weight as a weight earlier in the week to determine what that weight is going to be.
Because where we're going to get to see them apply that pound for pound body strength. We already see it in the mandatory gymnastics movements in different forms. This is just a different approach. When people do their homework or study CrossFit benchmarks, they'll be familiar with a workout categorized as a three-part step, better known as a lingo by the name. It's where you take a percentage of your body weight, and that's where you get the specific loading for the workout.
Let's just wrap this. We're 18 calories a week credit for per calorie. Plus, forward on the left side. The first one we get off the road in the middle of the screen. And that's what we want to do. Let's just wrap this. Go to the bottom of the screen.
On the bench, and of course at the end, contact with your body weight lock out at the top.
33 rep mark. The little on the horizontal pegboard. And start. The first one we've done. Moving down the pegboard. And you're done down and it's right behind it. For 2 reps. You see that with the body there. Just come down. After you pass that red line. If you fall, the middle of one of those seconds. Yeah, start back to the beginning.
You know, when you get someone like Maddie who's showing that type of aggressiveness coming off the bench press shot and something, she's got confidence in her ability to navigate these horizontal pegs. Otherwise, it would have been such intensity coming off the bench. She literally was running those things.
All the athletes run that first pegboard first. Just have it going. While they're involved in great hands. I don't think it needs in the background. There's a lot of my clients that are considered right quite often real estate here. But you just come down at a midway point on that circuit.
And Sean, we can remember last year, it was a 2-day last year, the rotation, we saw a lot of static angles and a lot of muscling from side to side. So the athletes who's making this amount of upper body weight, get the peg to the next level. Now we're seeing a lot of swing. They've figured out how to use that side-to-side momentum and allow that to help them travel. And they can work out.
Lisa Giuliano is the first woman done with the pegboard. She's returning to the rower. She's down at lane number 9. For 18 more calories as Maddie stood. Number first. Good try, pegboard. Moving on, number 17 place overall. That's finishing that goal in 8th place.
And Juliano's pound for pound literally one of the smallest athletes in the field. You'd imagine this helps her set up for success going off the bench press into the pegboard, maybe a little bit of less fatigue accumulating in her upper body. And clearly she's putting some work on improving that pegboard ability.
There's all the way to be growing for the second time. You're around 2 minutes, but that's got about 12. Now it's in 18. 53 rep bars left. They'll move on to the bench. 75% of their volume. Why the weights out there look different from bench to bench.
She knows she'll have somewhere she's going to take a hit, and a bet like this, if she has an opportunity, especially being one of the smaller athletes in the field, to take advantage of that, she's got to.
Great ball. 2 hours leading the way, that third race wall. You're around 2-5.
Oh yeah. It's so needed to pronate grip on the road because you notice taking her hands on top, put them underneath the paddle. Athletes literally trying to find any way possible to have grip relief and upper body relief.
The 85 red mark on the scoreboard on the left side, which brings us further by 1 hour away from that bench press.
كيفك زين؟ الحمد لله.
Last year, for about 6 players, back to the backboard. Now today is moved into second place ahead of Alexa Rapids and Grace Ball. So that's going to have to try to finish up their second backboard. At least it's really auto. She's at the far right side of your screen. She was in the lead early. But that's really the struggle.
Well, this is the beauty of this one and testing it in the heat of battle. Practice for all the hours and all the things at home. If you can't be accurate, then you gotta be accurate. It doesn't matter. You gotta pretty good practice on the competition floor.
Let's practice trying to shake out our hands. So that perfectly we were talking about.
And that's also one thing that you just can't count on. I mean, a lot of these athletes have trained this way. Okay, I'm going to the organization. I know we've done this before, but did you do it with bench press? Did you do it with rowing? Or did you just practice this as a skill? And that's a part of our methodology. We fail at the margins of our experience, so we've got to really try to fill in those holes that we as creative as we can in our training.
Well, it is good dodgeball on this. She's falling off. Once she gets past that red line, she can't come down without that. You just have to start on the other side. And she's going to be a break. Bunch of rapids there as well. That third just finish up. Wow, the first half.
And for Alexis, like Alexis and Manel have two very polarizing strategies here. They're not a little bit more strict. Let's move it from side to side. Alexis really taking advantage of that rhythm, but we did see cross turn even on her last round. It looked very smooth for her to open up this third round.
Travis Snyder's blood with the hands. Not even the hands. That's her face. Set the start. Retreat behind that red line. There goes the rest of the Rapids. Rapids has allowed it now. Can't slip. We'll be able to save it. Doing our pitch.
That's right. And that's now I'm like, hold my breath. My body should make it. Can she get the second one too?
It's good that Rapids is through it in the lead.
Wow.
Now we're at 4 or 5.
And I love it. I think this is a really great observation of how they can turn around so quickly on this horizontal backboard. Psychologically and emotionally, you hold it together. Because all these women have done, they like to train to touch this in some way, shape, or form with their training. But maybe it's not going as well as they want to today. Let's practice. Right now, being a great example of how to stay with it, remain steady, and stick to what you know.
Well, Lisa Pugliano just got done with her second backboard. Two back in the lower Rapids is all by herself now in the lead. You know, operating for 1 rep on the scoreboard. Once she gets to the 114 rep mark, Rapids is going to go. And third into round number 4.
This is from an outside conversation looking at, gosh, these athletes don't seem to have a ton of urgency here. One thing, this has to be composed chaos. And that's what we're witnessing here. Also, they time it very well. They're at the limit of the threshold with the speed that they can tolerate with the combination of these bench press and the spin work. You just can't lay the pedal to the metal. It's going to put you in a situation where you're stuck on that paperwork to get on reps.
Rapids is Dutch, you're going to have the bench press for now 6 reps. And that would be 75% of the athlete's body weight on the barbell. There was a weigh-in earlier this week to determine the loading of this event. Rapids is done back to the bench work.
No problem for Alexis there. I like the way that in my mind as a programmer shot this. The placement of this bench press and even being a percentile of body weight will play a factor later today. You know, we've got always enhanced and push-ups coming too. The triceps, those shoulders, the fatigue just accumulate.
Now, and for 7-6 and your fourth appearance in the road, so she says strength and athletic. You're fired for trips to this competition. This is one of those events where going second, that's that you really have to manage if you're dealing with something like the work on the board, something that maybe you haven't done a lot, you learn a lot. So what are the athletes you need to learn from? Which one are you want?
Yeah, it's hard to say because you hear the truth about people in here today. You pretty sure that, right? If you want to use a lot of those people, you want to learn, you want to probably see a difference because of the fitness and what they can do on the board. If I'm watching this, though, there's one from my team about the importance saying, hey, that really doesn't matter as much as our emotions will tell us. So don't ride the highs and lows and trying to be original on your first ascent from side to side, or ascent from side to side, because right now you can watch that it hasn't been a huge dictator in the outcome. The athletes that stay composed are the ones that have success.
That is certainly through 7-6. Alexis Ratchet continues to be halfway through this fourth paperwork rep. 26 past 12 reps for 122 with Alexis Ratchet. Way back to working on Katie Adams. Just got done with her second paperwork. Good out cheerleading for that crowd. There's these 20 place overall. Finishes 20 and 13 the event facility. The Rapids fell, just go back to the middle. It was a 20-minute time back here.
And that's another thing, Sean, is athletes can now watch and know how costly it is to anticipate too soon.
This is how close Rapids was. Just at the red line. Couldn't figure out how to get through that left-hand thing that fell off. It was set all the way back midpoint.
And we'll see several different strategies. Some athletes with the thumb behind the peg, which to me, if your grip can tolerate it, is going to allow you to control a bit more accurately how to place the peg in the next hole. With the thumb, what we categorize as like a suicide grip, with the thumb directly over the peg with the rest of your hand, you have less control regarding getting that thing in and out. You see the normal right there, shifting her thumb around. Notice the thumb behind the peg, she can control it and then create pressure into the board. Without the thumb behind the peg, you can't create that pressure. Now, note Alexis Ratchet, she's in that suicide grip with thumb not behind the peg, just all on top. It's a bit more risk involved with one peg, especially with the swing devices.
1 minute to go before we hit the track cap.
Yeah, she's gonna try to push hard just to get through these calories before she gets time kept and get through that bench press. And these reps will matter for the novice. She's gonna push this. Because there's 10 women that are ready to take the floor that are certainly not to finish this whole event.
30 seconds left for the LA's. Trying to get to 140 reps before she gets off the rower. There goes Maddie Skirt. And LA's has 3 bench press reps. She's got 10 seconds to do them. She'll get through it. It's going to have a top score. With only 2 reps remaining.
Very good execution from an all, especially down the stretch. That's impressive.
Sold out on the rower. That 55 round to get herself to the bench press. Leave those 3 reps and only add 1 more trip across the payboard left. She'll be your leader heading into the second final heat.
Well, Sean, we knew this was going to be a battle. We didn't know who necessarily. There are a few athletes toward the top. We saw Raptors. We saw Skirt. We saw Agnes. We saw the lead exchange hands a few times. But it was Alexis Raptors, her misses at the very end of her backboard. Not once, but twice shot that really cost her. It was just a loss of the peg completely there in her final round. Happy to see it. So it's not Agnes was able to seize the moment and finish strong.
When LA's gets the partners of the workout, she goes all the way through the final round of bench presses and only had 1 horizontal payboard left. Leads to 2 reps away. Finishing the event of the United set with the second and final heat of the cross presented by Go Rockets. 5 rounds of the rower, 75% of body weight bench press, and then the horizontal payboard is definitely the separator.
We know that is in fact the crux. It is the primary focus of the heart of the matter. It's that horizontal payboard. What are athletes going to do with this event? How will they face it? It will all be decided. Will they learn some lessons from each one?
Take a look at the latest evidence for this second and final heat, and the 3 women who are locked in a tie for the lead between lanes 5, 6, and 7. Amy Spiegel, Alex Kazan, Laura Kazan, technically your overall tie rate. And for event number 1, what's at stake here?
Well, for Alex Kazan, we talked about her last shot, but this is her opportunity to hit her own run. I mean, we talk publicly, everybody knows this is a strength of hers. When anytime there's an event with a bench press present, and we'll get an opportunity to see how she does on the payboard. For Danielle Brandon, she's got to get back on track. She's got to refocus her mind and take this opportunity to get herself back in podium contention. And I think that she has a chance to do it with this horizontal pegboard being something that she can excel at.
Danielle Brandon had the lead through 2 events yesterday. She took first in the opening event, 4 and 18 in event 3, but still very much in contention for the win. Only 35 points back. Laura, meanwhile, is one of the women tied for the lead here. She is the only one with all 3 finishes inside the top 9. She has yet to win an event, but she hasn't finished lower than 7. And remember, she has a climbing background.
Climbing background, and on her resume, I see number 1 by the finish spot when there was a horizontal pegboard last year. So, to the field, not a great sign. It's a little more back. She's fighting.
Amy Spiegel, back-to-back second place finishes in events 2 and 3 to put her in a tie.
صباح الفل عامله ايه اخبارك ايه صباح الفل
This will be an opportunity for us to really see how Amy Spiegel can respond to outside of her wheelhouse movements. We know a pegboard either vertically or horizontally. Is it something on her resume where she thinks she's going to
صباحك زي الورد
how she can respond?
شو الاخبار؟
Showcase her fitness today.
الحمد لله، نحمد الله، الحمد لله تمام. نحمد الله على كل شيء، الحمد لله زي الفل. يا رب تكون بخير دايما يا رب.
That means strong, powerful, extremely good women who can row their face off when it comes to a mixed pace. Now I'm saying right now, they already learned from P1. This first row don't matter much. I'm going to pace this and really set myself up for success on that big one.
The velocity is your early leader here. They went well warm up for 18 calories.
We talked about that being a key to focus here on is pace to the peg. It's what matters most. We saw it in P1, opening and not necessarily a casual pace or row, but only something that sets you up for controlled heart rate here on the 75% of their body weight bench press.
Velocity, Campbell, Kerstetter, or after first women to the set. 50 belt press is that 75% body weight.
Now, for all my power lifters out there, what a great bench press by Campbell Lawson. Great power arm there to the ribs and her torso. She's pulling her short blades down towards her hips up towards her shoulder blades. Bumps still on the bench. That's how you want to see an athlete execute a bench press right there. Sternum as high as possible.
Lawson will lower runner weight. Now she's going to head to Baylor. She told our broadcast crew she has never touched the horizontal Baylor before.
Beyond that, this young savage, I love it. Now you know what I'm showing up your eyeballs coming.
Balance is in a little format. Our center, Spiegel are all working their way to the ring behind him, Lawson. We'll see how this goes from now on.
Well, I'll tell you what a way to test your fitness. Huh?
More that, no problem for this. That would not be surprising if she tries to overrun it here. And she is not coming down. Neither is Alex Kazan. They're facing each other on that backboard. That is how you do that. All that was done. Get the lead, coming back to the lower. Start round 2. 18 calories. Alex Kazan behind her.
Both these women all the jog to the rower, showing no signs of slowing or hesitation. That's confidence in their abilities, and of course they showed it on that first payboard.
We knew the bench press wasn't going to be a drop for Alex. She's got a PR of 270 pounds.
Yeah.
270.
270 is what it's up.
Push that around.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
53 right arm, put a little bit of the scoreboard on the left side of the screen. Suzanne and Cora, the only two women who are into round number 2 here. Now Lucy Campbell heading back to the rower. Campbell coming in 8th place overall. That was the 3rd place finish. And eventually yesterday, got a velocity. It's through. And on round number 2.
Wow.
Very low.
So for him not having touched that payboard and training him over get here, apparently he said that he worked this heat is really nice.
Now 12 reps. 75% of body weight.
Great choice there by Laura. I even like how she set up, Sean. If you bench pressed or done it in a 4-time format, what you want to do is create an opportunity to steady your heart rate by sitting up a little bit. It's almost like a reset between the small sets you're going to do.
All right, let's move it back to the backboard. Alex Kazan taking a break on the bench. Or that way to work. Final round now for Kazan. Children, or after round 2.
كيفك زين؟
Horizontal.
100 100
Or
الحمد لله عادي.
tie.
Not gonna be a nice.
5 points. Kazan, though.
Not nice.
ما وري
Since the overall week.
مرني زين مرني. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
There's levels to this.
كيف الحال حنان؟ الحمد لله احمد الله زي الفل الحمد لله. كيف الحال؟
If she can take this, and this is a strength that hers, I'm just gonna stay as close to her as I can to this event.
يا رب دايما بخير يا رب. من مصر. من مصر. تسلمي يا حنان ربنا يخليكي ما نحرمش منك يا رب. انت من وين؟ اجدع ناس اخواتنا والله على السعوديه، اجدع ناس في الدنيا. ربنا يخليك يا رب ويسعدك ويفرحك دايما يا رب. تسلم ايدك تسلم ايدك يا رب ويحفظك يا رب ويبارك فيكي ويفرحك ويسعدك وينولك كل اللي نفسك فيه يا رب.
Smiling while she is there because she's leaving the field in her dust.
يا رب اجمعين يا رب اجمعين. تسلمي تسلمي يا رب. تسلمي يا حنان تسلمي تسلمي.
Well, this is where we talked about earlier going in a second week. All she has to do is just finish the event ahead of everybody else. There is no reason to stop the gas all around right now.
That's right. And again, I mean, we've got to consider the breadth of this test. She's going to get upside down later. We know that we've seen her fail and not even get one rep in a strict handstand push-up. So depending on the format and the details of the way, she's got to be thinking ahead to how can I preserve my pressing muscles for later.
Alice Kazan has finished her third of 5 18-calorie rows and now left the bench for 9 more reps. And I think it looks good in Barcelona.
But again, wise. That's with the break. She doesn't have to. She's thinking ahead. She's being a little bit conservative.
Now he's hand back to the headboard. Oh, that was almost done. The round three.
Yeah, this is amazing. She's got that technique shot we talked about earlier. Thumbs behind the pants. This allows her to create forward leverage and not fall victim to the accuracy of where her hands go. She can place the finger directly in the hole each time.
All that into round number 4. 18 more calories. They're going to hit the 114 rep mark. And pick up her first of that win of the competition. And put herself in sole possession of the top spot in the overall standings. Zan's after the short break.
Alex has a very different style than Lauren. Of course, using a little less of that side-to-side leverage and swing. Tips her center pegboard. There's a bit more strength.
Left side of the screen is left view, heading back to the pegboard for round number 3. And we're going to move up the overall standings, just in 8th place overall. She's got a good chance to use well a little bit ahead of her safety floor, but she's easy.
Yeah, this event seems to be throwing a wrench towards a lot of the athletes so far. There's first tweets and waves of women that we've watched work through. This is a really hard one to predict the outcome because of the nuance of this movement.
Meanwhile, Danny Spiegel is in round number 2. He's in dead last in this heat.
Yeah, this is one of the events we had this earmarked for her. Before the bodyweight challenge here with Anchorage. When it comes to the history of her performances, we know that yesterday was packed with some opportunities to make some points. So she did that. Now it's just all mandatory.
First hitter right now is just the back of the pack in this event. Great opportunity for that. Lucy Campbell and Ella Lawson. Gabe Brown. Maybe put themselves inside the top 5.
Now, if I'm at home, or even if I'm on a competition floor, Sean, and I'm competing against Laura, I'm watching this event, and I'm copying exactly what she does to the best of my abilities.
Now, people can kind of complicate success. Just find someone who's doing what you want to do and do exactly what they do.
We don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Laura into the 5th and final round, and she is just demolishing this event, laughing the whole way while she does it.
Love it. There's nothing better than that feeling right there, folks. Leading the charge and feeling good about it, regardless if you're suffering or not, which of course she's not here. This being a huge test of skill capacity. She's enjoying every second of this.
Well, the good news for Alex Kazan, she is now off the bench and going to the pegboard to close out round 4, is that she does have plenty of time to finish this event. If she does that, she's only going to surrender about 5 points to Horvath.
And again, Sean, there's competitions in the back. You've got to assume she's having with her coach Justin Collar. Like, they're no fool to the situation here. Hey, Alex, go out and handle your business. Stay as close as we can to Laura. We watched her last year. We competed against her last year. We know what she can do. She's phenomenal at this. Let's keep her as close as we can, and then we're going to compete with her later head to head. Another great look at Alex having success. One peg at a time, taking her chances by taking more reps. She's not rolling the dice and trying to push her threshold before past that red line. She takes her breaks and of course she's got the thumb behind the peg to reassure each movement counts the forward progress.
Laura Horvath now her final 3 bench press. She is done. And back to the pegboard, and she can take her time here.
She can, but if the champ does, she's still running to the top. Can't even help it.
Alex Kazan is getting set to close out round 4, and she's going to have a really good chance to finish this event, barring a disaster here in the 5th and final round. But even though she's getting the doors blown off for her here in this event by Horvath, she's only going to surrender 5 points.
Yeah, it's amazing and unfortunate for Laura Horvath at the same time, right? When you can dust the field so badly and not get any kind of extra reward.
See if Horvath goes unbroken. She's going to right eye. She worked for you so far. That's the first slip for Horvath, the first moment of drama for her in this event.
And she literally just smiles about it as she's still hanging from her head.
Laura Horvath is done, and she picks up her 12th career event win in the Rogue Invitational, and she's going to be your overall leader heading into event 5. 14:02.21 seconds.
Wow. A clinic on the horizontal pegboard, to say the least.
But Alex Kazan, we're inside 6 minutes to go before we hit the time count. Has plenty of time here. Now Lucy Campbell is on to her 5th and final round.
It's going to be Campbell and Lowen duking it out here for the 3rd position here.
Nice. And this is her final 3 bench press now. Has more than 5 minutes to get this pegboard win. Kazan doesn't get the home run, but maybe a triple.
Yep.
That's right. Finish second in the event.
Yeah, and honestly, for the competitive thing Kazan is, it's about really killing with consistency. If she can learn to do that, string together several days with several events in the top 5, gosh, that's when she's going to be the most dangerous competitor out there on the floor.
talk to her coach, Justin Cotler, and you can't help but come away convinced that Alice Kazan is going to be one of the top competitors in this sport at some point. You can make the argument that she already is.
Yeah, no doubt. I remember seeing her compete in semifinals in 2022, Sean, and Justin Collar being like, look at this.
Yeah.
She's got what it takes. She's going to be up there one day. And here she is.
Does a nice job of making the save there. Now, okay, she's got played, she's got to go back. But the good news for her is still 4 minutes here. She's still solidly in second place.
Right.
Well, Ariel Lowen is now making her way back to the paperwork.
Yeah, Ariel and Lucy both.
And Campbell there as well, so a little pressure on Alice Kazan.
So this is exactly what she did not want to happen. But she wants to be sitting firmly in that second position. Now she's got to feel the pressure a little bit. And we know what Lucy Campbell does with pressure. She likes to lean into it a bit. So this would be a situation where she's going to thrive.
When you talk about possibly no reps, not making it halfway down, or cheerleading halfway down, no, yeah, I'll cut off the paper that is. That is detrimental to your chances. Kazan is still back in the beginning, so Lucy Campbell
And Ariel's getting to the halfway.
got to pass her.
And here we go. Ariel's in a familiar situation for herself. She knows what it's like to fight for that podium here.
Campbell trying to go unbroken. Ariel Lowen is making progress as well. Come on. Campbell's got to get past that red line. She's got to go back to the middle. This opens the door for Lowen. Kazan is still resting. Lowen is off, and Ariel Lowen is going to take second place in the event.
Wow.
Lowen came in seventh place overall now, picking up some points. That's going to be good for 95. 17:38.16 seconds. So Campbell and Kazan now trying to wrap up third place. Kazan continuing to rest here. 2 minutes to go before we hit the time gap, and she has to make it all the way down that pegboard. Campbell stopped at the halfway point.
And you can see here, Alice's grip just completely gone, shot. That's why she's literally not even attempting anything right now. The last thing that you want to do is rush your next attempt and then just fail again.
We want Spiegel at first center. Two of them inside the top four are towards the back. And Daniel Brandon, early since the eighth place, and Pete Campbell. Trying to close out this run. 90 seconds to go before we hit the time gap.
Watch Campbell's thumbs. She starts behind this way. Once she gets tired, her thumbs wrap around the peg. If she not, watch her grip starting to go. This is where it starts to slip. She's got to keep, there we go.
Kazan still resting. Campbell's got one left. She's got to move that way. And she's got it. Campbell's up. Lucy Campbell's going to take third place in the event.
Wow, how the tables have turned.
Alice Kazan has got to find a way to finish here. But the good news for her is she can finish this place. She does this now. So right now, Kazan is fourth place in the event. Technically did not complete anything on the pegboard. But Emma Lawson is now likely to overtake Kazan.
But she's going for it. She's staying up. She knows she's battling the clock right now.
If she can just hang on, get over her line, that's the 5 more reps. Now, Emma Lawson looking to lock up fourth place in the event. If she can finish, Kazan is off. Final 3 seconds. Lasson's got to get there. She's that close to a tie between Lawson and Kazan. For fourth place, but how about Lowen and Campbell taking advantage of the opportunity? And Laura Horvath absolutely smashing that event. 14:02.21 seconds. Picks up the event win. Her 12th career Road Invitational victory, and she will be the overall leader heading into event 5.
Laura Horvath likes to win things, And she did just that. He started day 2 at a rookie potential. We know she can build a ton of momentum. We know she has got a climbing background, and we know that she's taken number 1 when the horizontal pegboard is present in the past. She did just that in the crux. The bench press was nothing for her. She was screwed on the road, and she was all smiles from start to finish here in this event. What a way to kick off things with more momentum. Much more to come. 12th career event win. Make it look easy in the process. 14:02.21 seconds is the alone to lose a gamble with other two athletes to finish the entirety of the work inside the countdown. Kazan lost with high report and Janelle Amaze on heat number 1, who finishes in 6th place. Let's send it down to Kiki Dixon, who's with your event winner.
Laura, congratulations on another event win. I think you have 12 now for Rogue Invitational. Congrats. I didn't know that. Now, you look like the out there, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most, how much fun were you having to watch? Like 10, at least 10, for sure. We talked yesterday about adding the term coach to your cap. How's that going being on the other side?
It's super fun. Like I didn't know it was so fulfilling to have people like reach their goals, whatever that may be. So I love it.
Now, you won the duel last year. The duel is next.
What are we thinking about? You guys, wait and see.
All right, leave us in anticipation. Thanks, Laura. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks, guys.
Laura Horvath was one of 2 women to win the Rogue Invitational, and right now she's in the driver's seat for victory in number 3. Her 12th career event win had her atop the overall standings heading into event number 5. Still plenty of action to come here. The event coming up next as they take on the Crux. So stay with us, everybody, as our coverage of the 2025 Rogue Invitational continues from Aberdeen, Scotland.
Extension is mascara by L'Oreal Paris. For lashes so extended, their eyes closer to your brows.
Live in Aberdeen, Scotland for the 2025 Rogue Invitational. Thanks for being with us, everybody. I'm Sean Woodard alongside former affiliate cup champion Adrian Conway, and Kiki Dixon is down there controlling the competition. We'll hear from her in just a little bit. Event 7, going to be one of the longer rests of this competition. It's Granite City, presented by Montag.
Yeah, I hope they brought their running shoes, Sean. A lot of athletes been waiting all weekend to put them on. And they are going to travel a good distance, around 1,300 meters, 3 road climbs up and down to the top of the rig, 50-foot feed, sack, and lunge. You're going to put it across their back, lunge 25 out, 25 back. There'll be 2 rounds of this, meaning they're going to sandwich this thing with another 1,300 meter run to finish with a 35-minute time trial.
What are the keys to this event?
The keys here are going to be for them to focus on the running. Runners run, Sean. This is an opportunity for them. A lot of them are chomping at the beat. Historically, we've started the Rogue Invitational with a long run, and now they finally get their chance. And Clem's ball is in relation to the growth. The time they spend there doing those 3 ascents and descents is going to matter. They've got to be fast on the way up and down.
The run course is going to be inside P&J Live, and it's going to consist of 2 laps. This is a bird's eye view of the facility. There you go. At the start. Now they're actually going to go through Vendor Village. That should be cool. They come back. That's going to be a 650 meter loop. They'll run that twice for that 1,300 meter run. They thought about doing this outside. Aberdeen is on the same latitude as Juneau, Alaska. So it's a little chilly outside. It's also a little split.
Yep. And it's one of those things where it can be nice one moment within a 10-minute window and then completely different for the next heat or the next couple of weeks.
The latest atmosphere is over heat. The runway, you start with a 1,300-meter run.
And Sean, I'll tell you what, to kick this thing off, man, we've got some runners in this heat. We know that Haley Adams loves a good running event. There's some tremendous finishes there. In that pass here, throw invitation over her. They're leading the pack with Abby Doman, Gracie Wolf.
Haley Adams is not having competition. I think she won it. She comes with the 20th place overall, her best finishes. 13th event too. So she wants to start improving on the leaderboard. So she has to score some points. And Abby Doman, who's ahead of Haley Adams. Rachel Wolf, 7th behind Haley.
Each one of these runs these athletes are going on, Sean, is going to be 1,300 meters in total, but they'll do each lap twice, so approximately 650 meters each time where they take a lap.
Headed to River Village.
The athletes did get a chance to take this walk, and of course, they're familiar with the course, so certainly something that they had to experience and knew exactly where they'd be running. You know, from an experience perspective, when you're an athlete competing in unfamiliar territory, it's really important to understand the course in itself. Where do you have an opportunity to make a move? Where is it going to be too late? Where perhaps is it too soon to sell your soul? This thing goes to the run. A lot of these athletes, I'm sure, made those key choices before the event got rolling.
There's the first 2 laps. Abby's making a return trip to the competition floor. We'll wait for them to come around that corner. There's obviously a little bit of a blind spot here for us. We had to make some last-second changes to go from outside to inside. And when that happens, a whole bunch of equipment needs to be moved. Haley Adams is in front of Grace Wall as they head back to the competition floor here. Complete lap number 1. After we complete the second lap, it'll be the 3 road lines. And then the 50-foot line with that 100-pound bag.
One of the big aspects that the runners want to make sure that they understand, if they don't see a potential limitation with this feedback across their body for the lunge, there's not going to be a tremendous amount of opportunity for people to make big moves outside of this run. So if you feel as though you're a strong runner, this is certainly where you want to make pace. This is really where you want to lean into your strength right now by creating separation. It looks like Gracie Wolf and Haley Adams are both leaning forward into that.
Each lap is going to count as 1 rep on the scoring board on the left side of your screen. 24 total reps in this event. We'll explain the scoring as we go through it. Haley Adams, Grace Wolf start separating from the pack, and they're also in 3rd place. Abby Doman then in 3rd. Alexis Rapidus and Lisa Dooley now on pace, and ends up Nate Rogers. Now remember, they will return to their games. This order could be skewed a bit.
We always see a bit of gamesmanship, Sean, when it comes to these longer events where athletes start to filter into packs. And it's a bit of a natural byproduct of course, where the fitness lies on the running. But Rachel Wolf doing a great job being a shadow to Haley Adams, letting her dictate the pace, but not letting her get too far away. We'll see exactly if she can hold this pace that Haley's established. But it often sets up really well for those that can lie back just a little bit, conserve a touch of energy, and put them in a place where they can have contention towards the end. And we roll from a similar thing.
Second and final lap is over 13
on the Road Invitational. It is rare to see her outside of the top 3 athletes and anything that goes over 30 minutes. So we've got to keep an eye out for her in the pace that she's establishing here. Settling in, getting her breathing cadence under control because she knows she's going to go back out to that run 3 more times.
Emily Walt is going to be the first woman in a row, followed by Walt and Adams. 3 road flags here. Look down at what that means on the scoreboard. Then a 50-foot ledge will be 2 total.
Standard here is athletes center is have to make contact with the medal at the top. So looking to just make contact with the ring in any form. We talk about this being a really high emphasis point in our keys is the clamp and the descend. You want to clamp, minimize the effort needed on the way down by almost fully releasing the hands as the legs start to slide down. It's one of the most effective things of being up and down that road.
Emily Walt is now done with her opening 3 road flags. She'll be the first of the 100-pound, 45-kilo bag. Along with Alexis Rapids. Grace Walton, this is really out of that skirt. Nick Semenza also on that bag. 1 rep down, 1 rep back. Then back out. On that 30-meter run.
Now the speed back weight not presenting a huge challenge for these runners right now, but I'm going to tell you something, Sean. Delayed onset muscle soreness might be. Don't forget about the tax collector from just a little bit more than about 36 hours ago. He did holding back squats for 225 pounds, and they're going to make you feel like every one of those reps on each and every one of these lunge steps.
Ryan's not looking out for a second 1,300-meter run. Alexis Rapids is second, and Grace Walton third, followed by Maddie's third. Look at the event description. They're going to run this circuit 4 times. They'll close with a 1,300-meter run. The second of 4 runs. Emily Walt is in the lead. Paige Semenza on her first lap. Rogers building behind that. Emily Walt 18th place in the wall. The best news is the event 3, she's in 5th place. You know she's been waiting for this long for event.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure she's been chomping at the bit and hoping and praying like, oh, we're going to run, right? We're going to run, right? For those that are familiar, we are very incomplete in regards to the status of the overall fitness test that we're going to see here at the Road Invitational. Every time we get a new 100 points available, we take the floor for another event. It's just another piece of the puzzle that is the overall desire of the testers, the ones that designed this test, and John Bridges and Chris Fielder. So every time we get a little bit more of a thorough understanding of how we can really stack up with one another.
Coming to a close. Emily Walt, Grace Walton is able to least clear out. There's a 50 place overall.
You're all looking relaxed. Really nice natural arm strength, relaxed shoulders, graceful, similar cadence. You can see the hints to good runners just in their body language, their comfort and the discomfort. Other athletes see the run a bit more stiff. You're going to see more torso rotation side to side. What these women put on their display and then really starting to look like the athlete doing the same thing there. This is a hard shot to go.
Remember, they've turned their legs, so we're all in a bigger lead on ball right now in the bus. Just using the leg of strength. Secrets. Off of this horse. Rogers. Black a second or 4 runs. Overall, he's making 4 finish for the organization. He's never finished inside the top 10. He does finish from last year, which is 12 overall.
You wonder how the order of operations here in regards to this running event, Sean, affects the field. Running on a little bit more cold fatigue that's spreading like his entire body. We're 3/4 of the way through the test, or 2/3, right? Does it make the runners that run well better than the field, or does it make them a little slower compared to the field? Does this, in fact, lend itself as an advantage for those that might struggle with this run if it was the first time to kick off the weekend?
We have talked about that. I think we've seen the passing here on PNG Live, and they're also going to say, I love you now. They're definitely feeling it.
Yeah, which is completely expected. When you're competing for something like the King or the Olympic Road Invitational, you're essentially saying, I want to be the biggest individual here. And that means this test is going to be thorough and it's going to be tough, as it should.
Big fan of how well they're doing. This is a great thing. I mean, if you haven't had a chance to see the road invitation over these last 2 years, it's just a fantastic facility for this type of event. So her first career appearance at the road invitation, she was 13 pounds. Ohio State University hockey player.
Here we are, Gracie Wolf again, using someone else ahead of her, just trying to be a mere shadow shot over that shoulder. She was doing the same thing with Haley Adams earlier. Look at the smile on her face.
She's been smiling this entire time. I don't know how that's possible when you're running this much.
Well, listen, I'll tell you, fake it till you make it, of course, is really an attribute that you want to look for from a psychology perspective. And Gracie does struggle with running. This is a great tactic to keep her mind and body positive.
I don't know if you saw that, but we definitely roll the right hand and leave the waist to go to the short grab. I think it's John.
Yeah,
That's a smart move to take care of that before you get to the rope.
Smuggle, I mean, we saw through that first round, the way she handled the victory road class was a clear dictator on getting her into this round. So yes, very good. That move that helps her create separation from the field.
77, 3 rope climbs are not only wrong, there's 1 set remaining after this.
And she's ready to work and almost a full rep now ahead of Gracie.
On her second set.
Emily, one of the taller female athletes in the field, and also allows her to make a great 3 strong clamps on the way up this rope and be right where she needs to be to make quick contact and come on down. And there she goes.
Now the 100-pound, 25-kilo bag, another 3 runs. That'll be out for 2 reps. 14th mark, Emily Wall will be back out on her third of 4 1,300-meter runs.
Great transition there. That's a really great shot to even put, I mean, they make these lunges look easy, Sean, but like I mentioned earlier, that feedback is not like it to watch with the rest of that put Emily under just to get into that front right position and come to her back. I'll let you know, Emily does not sleep on this portion of this event.
Let's just wrap this up. Grace Wall, as well, batting third is 4 to pick up the last far left side of the straight. Going top. Rollins making a return, trying to start to hold up a lead here on the rest of the field. Round 2 is now done for Emily Wall. She has 2 more runs remaining. Gracie Wall is starting to slow down a little bit. And Emily Wall, you know, we're going to run less than practice. I think we're actually going to join her, but she will be well behind the ball.
That's all the work that's taking place here on the field that allowed her to come back into this position here. She finished that last run just behind Haley Adams. So, back into that lunge, and then of course pushing the second lap is what Alexis Rapids has to be doing round in and round out thus far.
Grace Walton managed to run a run. Haley Adams, bottom of your screen, on her third and four runs. It's Emily Raw all by herself right now. Here in this open heat. First and 3 minutes, and he's adding to the face of 8-9 in total throughout.
And you'll notice even this will be something more later. She'll have to deal with it as she settles into this run. Coming off of anything, when you go from foot climbs into lunges and then you try to settle back into a run, it's that initial first 200 to 300 meters that you really got to force the urgency to your body. Because you're running like Emily Ruff is. She knows if she remains disciplined, that her heart rate will settle, and she'll be right back into the smoothness of her running cadence.
Working our way through Benton Village and Tammy Adams.
Haley Adams looking like she's leaving plenty in the tank, not showing much urgency here at all, making any kind of move or speed up anyway. Just settled into her running.
20th place overall. Fourth best in the Roman Invitational, the career best finish was 5th place in 2021.
And for Haley, historically, these are one of those events where she's able to capitalize on a point surge. We'll see if she can do that with this combination of movements.
Mason Linda, Abby going behind her on their third 1,300 meter run. So all the way third round, we got no finish after the meter run. Where do you decide to start pushing the pace here?
Yeah, well, I think much of the race has already been decided for those that are running the course. It's one of those things where, by and large, you settle into that second round of a round where or an event where there's only 3 opportunities to do the physical work on the field. The opportunities get fewer and fewer shots for you to actually make moves, especially on someone like Emily Raw is only going to get stronger because she's such a veteran that she actually knows the cadence she can keep. She's starting back further in the pack. Intentionally to almost warm into this threshold pace.
Emily Raw way out in front here at the opening peak. So it's really hot on this. Towards the back of the pack.
And one of the other shots, the race will evolve. You know, an athlete like Juliano, for her, she's simply trying to finish this thing with a solid pace, yes. But she also knows there's not going to be a top opportunity for her. She's going to be able to get high reward. So what she's going to do is she's going to conserve her energy and try to hold back some of her efforts for an opportunity perhaps later in the day to maintain 9.
All getting set to come back into the arena here. Benton Village. She is all by herself. Alexis Rapids was the second woman out on the run. She is well behind Emily Rollins. Rapids has actually had pretty solid competition. She has 4 finishes of 10th or better. She also has a 17 and a 19. 14th place overall with 200 points.
And Sean, I'll tell you what, it's the history with her. Physically, if we can get her in a healthy place, where she has an opportunity to really have a strong build-up to the Roman Invitational, that's where we're going to see her at her best. She has got unique skill sets when it comes to being upside down. She has very high work capacity. If we can help her get healthy to load up against events like the tax collector and that heavy deadlift last night, where she is going to do some miraculous things in an event like this, it's just in the build, but she'll be healthy and prepared.
Emily Raw continues to dominate this opening heat. 35-minute time gap. Once she's back in the arena, it will be the final time that she has to go through 3 rope climbs and a 50-foot lunge.
And Emily Raw is cyborg. I'm not sure if she officially has a nickname, but I'll tell you what, to watch her run and to also watch her have the discipline to not lose a stride round in and round out, to keep her pace the way that she does, it takes such focus and discipline. It's almost like it's just programmed into it.
Once again, going to the top before she gets to the rope. Walk back into the arena, one final round of 3 rope lines and a 50-foot line. There's a very good chance he's going to get done with these rope lines before Alexis Rapids even gets back inside the building.
What's scary is I don't even know that this is the best running version of Emily Roll we've seen, Sean. She was sharing that you guys will notice the tape on her calf. She had a bit of a calf strain coming into this whole event. It wasn't over prepared the same way that she normally does, especially for an event like this in Granite City. Just after doing some double unders, had a bit of a strain. Not bad enough to keep her out. She's here throwing down and of course still dominating in the fashion on this running event.
Now here comes Alexis Rapids as Emily Roll has 1 rope climb remaining. Now Alexis Rapids actually has worn a leader's jersey at the CrossFit Games before, so as you mentioned, just getting healthy, the potential is absolutely there.
It's certainly there. And I mean, I think you can see it here, being able to pace off someone like Emily Roll and being within a shot distance. She's going to have an opportunity if she continues to do the work inside the field here as quickly as she has to even be able to close the gap if she's got the gas.
Maddie Stern and Grace Wall are back for their final round of rope climbs as Emily Roll has a 100-pound sandbag on her back, 50-foot plunging. Awaits her before she heads back out on her final 1,300-meter run.
And this is where Emily, in her mind, is like, okay, this is the time. This is where I've got to suck it up. This is where I've got to make my move. Emily came here to not just have a good showing in this first heat in an event like this. She wants to have a top time in Granite City against this entire field. And she knows all the other women are just going to watch exactly what her splits were, what she's doing, how she attacked it. And this is where she got to lay it on the gas and sell her soul this run.
And Roll is done now. She's just put it on cruise control on this final 1,300-meter run as Alexis Rapids is still on the first lane of her 50-foot lunge. Now she's made the turn as Rapids as Roll exits the arena. Maddie Stern currently sits in 3rd as Grace Wall in 4th. Now Mesa Benz is back in the building. Working her way to the ring for her final set of 3 rope climbs. Rapids is done. She'll head out on the run. Grace Wall making a return. Perhaps will be on the right side of the screen in the paint. That's Maddie Stern.
And again, what I love about this next shot is that there will be such disparity, there will be such up and down of the scoring because of the way the test has gone so far globally. The first 2 games have been very different in an event like this. And so there are athletes that have an opportunity to establish themselves very high on the leaderboard in the Granite City finishing, and they've got to stay urgent.